Hi, Annie Copps here. Welcome to my kitchen. Guess what? Today we're making whoopie pies, one of my all-time favorites, a real New England treat. Now, traditionally, whoopie pies are made with chocolate, but not us. We are such hardcore, die-hard New Englanders, we're making them with pumpkin. Huh. And we're gonna put some warming spices in there, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. Let's get started. Into a standing mixer, you wanna put, oh gosh, a stick of melted butter. In she goes. And to that, 1 cup of packed light brown sugar. In that goes. And we're going to put these two together and cream them. Okay, that's been a few minutes and the butter and sugar are creamed together. Next, we're going to add 2 whole large eggs. And again, cracking on a flat surface so that those eggshells don't go into what we're mixing up here. And I'm just going to beat that together now so that it incorporates a little bit more easily. Into the jacuzzi it goes. Oops, make sure you get your fork stuck in the whisk. Then a cup of pumpkin puree. You can make that yourself. If you buy canned though, make sure that it has no sugar in it and no other flavoring. So we're going to flavor this ourselves. We're in charge of this project. And that goes. Get in there. And just a teaspoon of vanilla. Make sure you use pure vanilla. There that goes. Now again, we're going to mix these together just until they're incorporated. Next, we're going to add some flour and those warming spices. So this is, gosh, 1 2/3 cup flour. I've got some baking powder and some baking soda, some cinnamon and some ground ginger. And I'm going to add all these together and mix them up beforehand so that when we make the dough, you don't get a pocket of ginger or a pocket of baking soda or a pocket of cinnamon. It would just be too much. So get these dry ingredients together, like so. And you don't have to be fanatical about it, just mix them up. In these guys go. Any way you can. And at this point, you want to mix it again just until it comes together, because if you overmix it, then you're going to have a tough whoopie pie, and there won't be any whoopie in that. All right, that ought to do it. Oh, beautiful. I'm just going to clean up a spot for myself here. Get a sheet tray and line it with parchment or wax paper. Get these guys out of the way. Here the sheet pan is. And by the way, I have the oven set to 350 degrees. Now, you can make big whoopie pies or you can make small whoopie pies. It's up to it's how much whoop you need in your life. Let's see. I'm going to start with a big whoop. And this is an ice cream scoop. And just right on top like that. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have these in even numbers because it's like a sandwich. 1 is the top, 1 is the bottom. So always make sure you have an even number. And I like to dip my hands in a little bit of water and just smooth out the top a little bit so that these are nice and really attractive. All right, then I'm going to pop them into that 350 degree oven, cool them on a wire rack, and then while they're cooling, we'll make some frosting. Now for the filling. Traditional whoopie pie is usually a mix of either whipped cream or marshmallow fluff and some vegetable shortening, but we decided to go, well, a little bit more New England. First, some softened cream cheese. It's about 4 ounces. Half a stick of unsalted butter, and you want to make sure that that's at room temperature because we want this to be nice and fluffy and very spreadable. And this is about a cup of powdered sugar. And here's what makes it so New Englandy, maple syrup. And I'm going to start with a tablespoon and see how that goes. You might need to add more because we love maple syrup. Well, the filling's all done. In the end, we decided that 2 tablespoons of maple syrup was what we really wanted because we're New Englanders and we love maple syrup. Here are our cooled whoopie pies. Oh, look at those. Aren't they beautiful? So again, we have the small ones, which are maybe 2 bites, and the bigger ones, which maybe you want to share with a friend or not. Just grab about a tablespoon or so for the small ones. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, who doesn't like a whoopie pie? And there you have it. And for the bigger guys, you want to put more filling in them. So really dig deep. You want about, oh gosh, a ½ inch or so. Oh, yum. Look at that. There you go. And now for the very reason that we got up this morning, we're going to taste them. Absolutely delicious. For this recipe and more pumpkin ideas, go to yankeemagazine.com.